Well, what is going on, everyone? Peterson Outdoor Films, Justin back with you. Got some work to do this morning up at the hunting property. Got the skidder here. Got some brush piles moved. I'd like to hog out some more stuff that's just getting overgrown that I didn't get to last year. As you can see, the sun's just coming up. It is nasty out. We got freezing rain, whatever you want to call it. It is gross. You can see the road behind me here. It's just all ice. But got the skidder warming up. Got some fuel in it, and I got some work to do and other things to do today. But the thing of it is, hunting property, it's a lot of maintenance. The more land you got, the more maintaining there is. The reason we're successful, is yes, we have a wonderful property, but we've also maintained it and kept it that way as well. Making the paths where we want to direct deer, like I was joking about herding the cattle, and just maintaining the roads and different areas where we've, over the years, I guess, planned things and how we want to hunt things, where we want the deer to go, try to direct them different ways. And deer are path of least resistance, of course. Not saying they won't go through the jungles that we have in here, and it's all woods. But I got some things last year after gun season where I was sitting where I just kind of want to move some brush piles that were kind of in my way in different things. But I'm going to put the GoPro on my chest, and we're going to go for a ride. First, I got the bucket on there. I want to go move a brush pile. And then there is the brush hog I got up here that I'd like to go and mow some more of the trails a little bit wider if I could. But we'll see what I can get done today. It is gross out. But work never stops. You want to be successful? Maintain your land, make the deer do what you want them to do. Whether it's water or food plots or, trails if possible. Well, yeah, come along with me. We're going to go for a little ride. I'll let it get a little bit brighter here, and then we'll roll the chest cam on the GoPro, and we'll get to work. So stick with me. All right, hopefully you can hear me. The audio might be a little rough, but got her warmed up. Going to head to the back of the property. See on here, got a bucket on here that's got grapple hooks on, and I can move some serious wood with this thing. The nice thing is you can grapple them down. You can see that. Bring those grapples up, and this thing can move some serious timber if I want to. The other brush hog attachment is incredible, but we're gonna idle up, come along for a ride, and we're gonna head to the back of the woods here. Sorry, the lighting's not very good. It's still a little bit dark out, but time to get some stuff done. So this year gun hunting, I was sitting right back here. The issue was there's a brush pile right here that I couldn't see down the road. The deer, they'd pop up down the road down here. All I could see was their heads most of the time before they came down the road. So this little brush pile right here is gonna go bye-bye, and I can make it go by real fast with this thing. Just gonna take care of that, and then I'd like to hook up the brush hog and do some hogging in here and just open these trails up a little bit more along basically the edges of the road and everything, because they're narrow, and trying to shoot down these roads, these deer go up and down them, but they cross them so quick. So I'm gonna try and get this brush out of the way. Hopefully you can see, the lighting's bad. It's a nasty day, and it's not that light out yet. But work to do, the work never ends. So deer hunting is becoming an all year thing. So I'm gonna make this brush go away. There's a skidder right there, like I was saying. There's the grapple claws that'll come down, but I don't even need them. I just want to get this brush moved, leveled, whether it push it off to another side or push it in farther, or just kind of level this out. You can see where they log back in here, and they just got all these tops that are pushed aside, and I just like to get some of this out of the way, especially this one here. This was really a headache when I was sitting down here this year. So we're gonna get to work. Hopefully you can hear me. Like I said, skidder's running, but it's a huge runway that comes across here. I was watching on this road gun season.
we'll check some of these other roads too and see if they need to get hogged out a little bit. I like to do this stuff after the seasons are over, and this one it's, you know, it's quieted down and the ground gets a little bit more, you know, froze up. But lots of things to do, never ends. So let's get to work. Make this headache go away. again, my blind was sitting down there, and I won't have anything in the way shooting down this road now to work out much better for next year. But I'll have to take a hog in here and hog all this brush and everything off the sides. I want to widen this out, just get a little bit more shooting opportunity when the deer come through here. Come on down this road. You're safe until next year. But lots of work, lots of maintenance, and lots of preparation and thinking goes into all this. It's not just make a road anywhere and think that they're going to use it. So last year's a study in all their patterns and movement, figure out what they want to do at different times of the year. And obviously gun season, this worked out really well for me this year. So all I got to do is a little fine tuning and make it even better. That hump right there that was in my way, not my way anymore. Pretty amazing how fast you can get things done with a skidder back here. Just clear things out, widen them out, make it that much better shot opportunities and the deer to use them. To get done with the bucket on. I'd like to get the brush hog hooked up, come back here and bushwhack a lot of this down. Sure is beautiful back here. I'm a firm believer though, and don't manipulate too much, because you might change the deer pattern to the way you don't want it to go. Got to maintain the roads in the woods. Have a plan. Don't just go in and do all this willy-nilly stuff. And all of a sudden you're wondering why the deer are going certain ways you don't want them to go, or do what you want them. Don't do what you want them to do. Have a plan. Think of previous years of what they've done and what their pattern is. And then go off of that. Sometimes it's just tiny little things or little perfections on roads that can make a world of difference in harvesting a big buck or having a successful season. Alright, I got the bucket off. Now I'm going to hook up this brush hog. This thing is a beast. In right here, down here. hydraulic. You don't got to do it by hand. See it moving. So now it's locked in. Now we got to get the hydro hoses hooked up. Going to release some pressure. That'll kill the machine. Shut her off. We're gonna get the hoses hooked up. Gosh, everything's so freaking icy. You got one hose here. And you got another hose up top. So hydro hoses are hooked in. Time to roll. This thing is awesome. Alright, it's time to clear some brush. Fire this baby up. To operate. We're good to go. She's locked in. Hydro hoses are hooked up. I get back there, I'll give her some pressure and we'll fire this thing up and she roars. Kept scratching my truck, so that needs to go away. Takes a little practice with this attachment, getting the angle of this right. They swing in there, and there's a bunch of blades. You turn it counterclockwise or clockwise. You want to turn it so that it's either flinging to the left side of the road, or if you're on the right side, you can kick it, all the brush and stuff over that way. We're going to fire this baby up. Want to kind of get it leveled out, keep that front down just a bit, but out of the sand. Up with a path you want to take. It's kind of hard because these roads are a little bit of an incline. Just kind of get up on the sides of them and level her down and go for it. just cleared that hump out of here, but I want to get the edges of these roads cleaned up.
Well, that's going to do it for this video. I figured I'd just put this together. Don't have a whole lot of ice around. I couldn't make it up north this weekend, but there's never a shortage of work to do in the woods. And obviously it's been paying off for me and brother Jake very well. And I shouldn't say me and Jake, brother Jesse, Noah. So plenty of deer, but maintenance. It's like you could just keep on going. It never ends. I mean, especially when you think you got it all done, and then you stand back and look at like, oh, I should have got that, should have got this. But then, I mean, halfway through the year, then you got to come up and mow everything because all the grasses and different things come up. But then you got food plots in the fall. But it's all worth it in the long run, especially last year. It's really paid off big time. So I'm going to call it a day for me. Thanks for watching Peterson Outdoor Films. Like, share, subscribe. Always watch. Check us out on Instagram. And we'll catch you on the next episode. There's always stuff coming soon.